Hey everyone, this is Smriti. Welcome to QA automation classes. In the last session, that is the sixth session of the framework development class, we saw how to read the data from .properties file, right? And today in the session 7, we are going to see how to initiate the browser instance and navigate to that URL. So in the last class, we have retrieved the browser name as well as the app URL. So in this class, we'll try to extend it, and what we're going to do, we're going to use that browser name and app URL. We'll open that browser, and with that URL we'll try to navigate to that URL. Okay, so how to do that? So we need the WebDriver instance for that one, right? So we need WebDriver for that one. In the base step only, we are going to declare the WebDriver, and we should declare it as public and static, right? Because we are going to extend these base steps in all the test cases. Okay, so whatever the test classes we are going to write, those are all going to extend this base step class. Okay, and they also need to use the WebDriver. Okay, so because of that, we have to make the driver instance as the public and static so that it can be used in the test cases as well, right? And from the test class, we'll be passing this to the page class constructor while creating the page class object that we'll be seeing later. Okay, so for today, the intention is to create a WebDriver, and then we'll navigate to that URL, okay, in that browser. So let's do the updates. Okay, so as I told you, public static. Okay, so now what I need WebDriver, right? So WebDriver org.openqba.selenium. Okay, so WebDriver, and what I'll say, I have to give the name. So let's give the driver as the instance variable, public static WebDriver driver. Okay, why public and static? Because it is going to be used through the test cases, and this class is going to be extended over there, and we are going to use it. Okay, and let's go to our setup method, and in the setup method we have to do some updates. Okay, so here we read the browser. Okay, and after reading the browser, we have to put some conditions, right? So now we are sending Chrome, right? So I can write if else condition, right? If the browser name is equals to Chrome, then instantiate the Chrome driver. If it is equals to Edge, instantiate the Edge. If it is equals to Firefox, maybe instantiate the Firefox browser. If none of them, will say driver request to null. Let's say our application only supports these three types of browser: Edge, Chrome, and Firefox. So we have to instantiate only these three types of browser, right? So depending upon what we have mentioned in our properties file, the name of the browser, we have to instantiate that driver. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so after the browser name, so let's put the if else condition. If, okay, let's say browser name dot equals ignore case. uh, Okay, so I'll put the first one I'm going with the Chrome. Okay, let's say this is Chrome. So we have put the name as the Chrome here, right? Browser request to Chrome. So we have put in the small letters, small case. If someone is putting a mixed case or upper case, right, in that case this equals ignore case will help. So if browser name dot equals to ignore case, it is the Chrome, then I have to write the actual code, right? So we can use the WebDriver manager, or we can use the Selenium manager also. So but I'm going with the WebDriver manager because few of the people are still using the older versions of the WebDriver, so they can utilize this. Okay, so let's say WebDriver manager, WebDriver manager. What is WebDriver manager here? Okay, so WebDriver manager. Okay, WebDriver manager, then dot. Okay, we are using for the Chrome, right? I'll say Chrome driver. So dot, what do we need to do? We need to do the setup dot setup. Okay, now we'll say driver equals to new Chrome driver, new, let's say Chrome driver. Okay, done. So this is your if condition. So this is one for the Chrome. If that is not the case, what we are going to do? We are going to do else, right? So let's say else if. Okay, same we'll say browser name dot equal ignore case, browser name dot equals ignore case, sorry, equals ignore case, we'll go with Firefox. Okay, so if this is the case, if it is Firefox, then what we need to do? Again, WebDriver manager. Okay, WebDriver manager dot, we need to instantiate the Firefox driver, right? So let's say Firefox driver dot setup, same, right? Setup method. So now driver equals to new new Firefox driver, right? Capital F, right? New Firefox driver. Okay, done. Okay, so if that is not the case, if it is not the Chrome, it is not the Firefox, then we can have one more scenario for the Edge, else if. Okay, So I'll say browser name, okay, dot equals ignore case, okay, browser name dot equals ignore case, let's say edge, EDGE. If it is edge, so let's go to the WebDriver manager again. Let's say WebDriver manager dot edge, edge driver, right? We have edge driver dot setup, so dot setup, so dot setup. So we are going to do the setup for the edge driver. After that setup is done, we will initialize driver equals to new uh, edge driver, okay. So fine. So this is what we did. So depending upon our browser, right, what is the input for the browser type? We're saying Chrome or Firefox or Edge. We have given three conditions over here. So first condition, if it is Chrome, right, so our driver is going to instantiated with new Chrome driver, okay, driver equals to new Chrome driver. This is through the WebDriver manager we are doing the setup for that Chrome driver. Similarly, if it is Firefox, we are saying WebDriver manager dot Firefox driver dot setup, and then driver equals to new Firefox driver. And then the last one is for the Edge. So in the edge, we are saying WebDriver manager dot edge driver dot setup and driver equals to new edge driver. Okay, so depending upon the input what we got from the properties file for that browser name, right, that is stored inside the browser name, one of the condition will get satisfied and it will get executed. That particular driver is going to get instantiated. Okay, this is how we instantiate the driver. But what happens if none of these options are specified? I'm saying it is Opera or something, so it is not one of the supported browser, right? In that case, what we'll say, else, okay, so we'll say else driver equals to null, okay, so driver equals to null, done. So if these three browsers are passed, then it will be instantiated. Anyone is passed, it will be instantiated, otherwise the driver will become null. So after this, okay, so after driver is initialized and instantiated, right, what we need to do, we need to go to the particular URL, right? We have also got the URL over here, right? So how to do that? So before opening this URL, we'll see if any of the driver instantiated, then only we have to go to the URL, right? If driver equals to null, then we are not going to go to the URL only. So that check we have to do in the beginning of that one. So if I'll say driver not equals to null, okay, if driver not equals to null means what? So one of this condition is satisfied, driver is not null, okay. So opening bracket, okay, okay, so now app URL we are getting prop.get property URL, and then we are printing it, and then we have to navigate, right? How to navigate? We have to say, okay, let me put the closing parenthesis, okay. So now driver dot get, right? So how to navigate to particular URL? So we'll say get, right? So where we're trying to go? So we're trying to go to this app URL, so pass this app URL over here, okay, done. So we are done. So to the setup method, we added the browser, right? And depending upon the type of the browser input, we instantiated the respective browser type, driver type, and then we have check the condition. If driver is not equals to null, then go to that app URL. So read the app URL and then go to that app URL. Okay, I'm just keeping this SOP statement so that we can see them on the console. Okay, so now if I run this one, let's see what happens. So here we have the base step dot setup method. Still main method is there, right? So we can directly run this file. Okay, so let's run this Java code and see, because entire code is inside that setup method only. So right click, run base step dot main. Started. So okay, okay, ignore this one. SLF4J allow access. Okay, see, automationexercise.com, it is going to automationexercise.com, and what is the browser here? This is Chrome, right? This is our Chrome, our Google Chrome. This is our Google Chrome. On the Google Chrome, it got created and we navigated to automationexercise.com, our URL. Okay, this is okay, this is what. But here if you see, we need to do something. Okay, so if you see, it is a not maximized window, right? It's the normal window size, so we need to maximize the window, and there are some weights we can keep. Okay, so let's update this one. Okay, after get URL, let's add few more lines related to browser. Okay, so driver.get app URL. So now we can say driver.manage, okay, dot window, sorry, dot window, driver.manage dot, let's say window, okay, dot maximize. Okay, we'll do the maximize. This is done, and then let's have one more. So maximize. So okay, So maximize driver.manage.window.maximize to for the maximizing the window. And after maximizing the window, we can put some like let's delete all the cookies, right? So same driver dot manage dot delete, right? So delete all cookies. So whatever the cookies are there, it will delete all those cookies before starting the browser. And then let's put some timeouts. Driver dot manage dot timeouts. Okay, sorry, timeouts dot. So let's set a page load timeout. Okay, so page load timeout, I will say duration 30 seconds. I'll put durations of 30 seconds. Duration, okay, duration not zero dot, okay, duration dot, let's say off seconds. Okay, so off seconds, yes, so off seconds, and let's give 30. Okay, and again I will implicitly wait, put some 30 seconds. Okay, so timeouts dot implicitly wait. Okay, let's put that implicit wait dot implicitly wait. Okay, implicitly wait. So implicit wait of let's again duration. Okay, duration dot of seconds, long seconds, right? So again 30 seconds over here. Okay, this is also done. Okay, so now if I run, let's run. Now you should maximize, you should delete all the cookies, it should wait for this time. For page load to happen, you should wait for 30 seconds, right? So let's see. So see, expanded, right? So it is waiting. Since we don't have any exit code, right? So we don't have any quit driver dot close or driver dot quit, right? So usually let's go and write that code also. So we'll write that inside another method, because this setup method will be like use, and then we'll be using some tear down method also, right? So let's create another method and then write that one, right? Public void. So public void, let's say tear down. Okay, so inside this tear down method we're going to write driver dot quit, driver dot quit. Okay, and we have to call this method, right? Base ht dot tear down. So this is now I'm doing, but when we go to the test engine, we'll be trying to run that through the test engine class. Okay, and we'll be getting rid of this main method, and we will not call this method. So every test case we'll use the test engine annotations over there, right? So but this is just to show like it is working or not, right? So let's run it. This time you should create, I should open that URL, create the browser driver, and you should open that URL, it should maximize it. Okay, and then you should wait for 30 seconds, then you should quit the driver. Let's see. Okay, okay, cool. So if you see, this is some connection reset error, so we can ignore this, but it is working as per our expectation, right? Is so it opened the driver, it just quit the driver also, right? So next session we'll see the page class implementation, right? So if you guys are really enjoying these sessions, I'll request you to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends and colleagues. And if you need any clarification, put them in the comment section, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And in the description also there is a link to the WhatsApp group, and as well as the Telegram group. Please go and join there also, you can ask your questions and I can clarify. Okay, so yeah, we'll meet in the next class. Thank you guys.